Nope, I was back in my 38-year-old flab fat ass city deluxe edition, 50 pounds heavier, out of breath, tying my shoes, and one bam burrito away from ordering a defibrillator on Amazon. And let me tell you, if there's one thing I learned from the past, people were thinner. Food tasted better. I mean, what the hell happened to us? I wanted my newfound wealth to not only change my life, but to change the life of others. But charity begins in the home, and I decided to next focus would be on health, or better said, longevity. My dad cut his life short by smoking and being overweight. I was not going to go down that fatty fudge roll like all those people I see in Walmart. I'm a little nasty in this book, huh? The class reunion didn't help. Everyone looked inflated, myself included. Some of us weren't just overweight, we were orbiting in our own gravitational fields. Something had gone terribly wrong in 20 short years. I started tracing the breadcrumbs, literally. During my first time travel visit, I mostly ate home-cooked meals. My mom was obsessive about real food, fresh from scratch, no shortcuts. Even when we traveled in that clunky old RV, she'd fire up the tiny stove and whip up a meal that could shame a five-star restaurant. I'd whine, why can't we eat out like normal people? And she'd just smile and say, we can save money and stay healthy. I think she just loved feeding us. Every night there was a big salad, crunchy and colorful. On the counter, a bowl of fresh fruit, apples, bananas, strawberries, peaches, whatever was in season. It was like living in a Whole Foods commercial minus the $9 tomatoes. Flash forward to my older self. I was a drive-through regular. Chicken sandwiches, burgers, fries that could survive nuclear war. I wasn't lazy. I was lazier. Grubhub, Uber Eats, whatever app could bring me something hot, greasy, and regrettable. I like that word. I was also a proud card-carrying member of the Diet of the Week Club. Paleo, keto, intermittent fasting, zone, no zone, juice cleanse, basically every flavor of temporary starvation. And like clockwork, I'd gain it all back with interest. Yo-yo dieting is a sport, and I was an Olympic hopeful. Then it hit me back then. We ate real food. Natural, whole, unprocessed, no chemical soup, no shrink wrap, microwave mystery meals. Just ingredients you could pronounce. We weren't hungry all the time because our meals had fiber, water, and volume. Our bodies knew when to say, I'm full. And dessert? It was a peach, not a 500-calorie lava cake with a name longer than a CVS receipt. I've got off the reading. I got to change that because a lava cake, that would be a very thin slice from the lava cakes I've had. They're probably closer to, I see some of these frappuccinos. You know what a frappuccino goes, how many calories in a frappuccino in Starbucks?
Four or 500 calories or more.
Or double it.
Yeah.
It can be double, especially if you have the whipped cream and all that stuff. So I made a decision before my next trip through time, I'd reclaim my health. I take what worked in the past and apply it now. No fads, no apps, no calorie counting torture, just real food, movement, sleep, and joy. I hit the farmer's market, bright veggies, juicy fruits, foods that look like it came from a farm, not a lab. I stocked my fridge like it was 1985, and funny thing, I wasn't hungry after meals. I stayed full longer. I wasn't prowling the pantry like a raccoon at 10 p.m. When I did want a snack, I remembered Mom's crudités. She always had bowls of carrot sticks, celery, radishes, whatever was fresh. No measuring, no points. Just eat until you're done. So I did. I slept better, gave up booze. Not that I was a lush, but I kicked that nightly wine habit, saved a boatload of calories, and even more than that, irritating brain fog. Spelling error. Funny thing is, I barely drank when I was younger anyway. The results? I dropped 5 pounds the first week, three more the next, then a steady 1 or 2 pounds a week. I started walking more, riding my bike, swimming laps at the local gym, moving like a kid again, not because I had to, because I wanted to. I'm going to stop here. It goes on a little bit long. How he regains his health by learning from the past. People ate more natural foods, more whole foods, and maybe walked around